it need to be
here waiting?
Does it need to be tilted up a bit, or is it? You just doing. Hey.
Okay.
It's just doing the sound check before we waste any breath talking to ourselves. Ah, he's a good boy.
Hope it's worth waiting for. Dollars dishwater so far.
Oh,
Yeah,
yes,
exactly.
that's what we thought, Pads. That's what we thought. Yes. Oh, it's got to be lovely.
Yeah, we're live.
Yeah, we're live.
We have
Morning.
volume.
Hello,
Hooray.
everybody. And for the people
Well
who've been waiting by your coffees, it's great to have you along. And we've got the lovely Sophie back today. She went back to
Hi.
school. For those that you don't know, Sophie was our work experience girl, and she was amazing. And she came back a few times after sort of the work experience week had ended, which we were delighted about. Now she's gone back to school, which is a big woo. And she's come in to see us today. So we're going to lock her in the back room. We will feed her sort of coffee and soup, and we will just get her doing some of her creative painting, which would be lovely. Is that another comment coming in there, Nick?
I just wanted to say thank you, huge thank you to everyone who's donated the out-of-date medical supplies for Ukraine. We had a great response, and we sent the first pallet off, and it was gratefully received. So thank you for that. Keep going. We're still after the out-of-date medical supplies. So drop them at this shop or drop them at Wotton coffee shop. Thank you.
Yeah,
Sexy
fantastic.
Simon.
Oh, morning, sexy
What a
Simon.
good-looking team. Morning all.
Oh, well, Simons, we need you here just to complete
Simon's
the look, really.
famous from LBC.
Yes.
We know.
We heard you. Very good, very good. So,
London Brick Company, isn't it?
last week, I think we had maybe just started putting the paint onto the big pink salmon-coloured velour chair, Victorian chair, and that was because I didn't like the colour, and it's a chair that I want to use just for shop use. And I put a couple of little reels on it, and I've had a lot of interest and a lot of people saying, oh, I didn't know you could paint fabric with the Frenchic paint, and the answer is yes, you most definitely can. And different fabrics react in different ways, and a lot of people have been asking, won't it crack? And the answer is yes, it will crack, and it will look a little bit like cracked leather. And I've got one that I made about 4 years ago, which I can show you, and it's one that I did as a demonstration piece to take around to WI talks and things. So I'll show you what the fabric will look like. And the day that we started to do the chair, we had Sophie here, and she put all the masking tape on for us. So we thought she could have the privilege of starting to do the unveiling of that. And because of the painting technique, putting things on, you can't help but get little bits of white speckled paint onto the actual woodwork, which I'm wanting to polish up and leave natural. So note to self, next time I'll cover the whole load of wood with the, are you trying to butt in? What?
Tracy Allen. Good morning from Tracy and James.
Oh, that's nice. Oh, lovely. Fantastic. Thank you so much. Thank you for being there. What was I saying? Yes, about the fabric and so note to self, I will put masking tape over the whole of the wood so that there's not quite so much cleaning up to do afterwards. But having said that, Nick has brought in his wonderful jollop today, which you first heard about on the repair shop, didn't you? And we've tried it on several things, and it is absolutely fantastic. So he's brought in some jollop today, and he's going to do a little demonstration on the back legs just to show you what we'll be doing, and then we'll get Sophie sort of unpicking it whilst we're having a wander around, and then we can show you what it's all going to be like at the end. So shall we turn the camera around? And I don't know how you're going to do this, Nick. You're going to have to do the jollop. Yeah, so if Sophie has the phone, and then if anybody has any messages or comments, Soph, then perhaps you could just butt in, say, Fiona, shut it, and read the comments. So first off then, Nick, just tell us, what is the jollop made of?
The jollop is made up of 25% 25% linseed oil.
Burnt linseed oil, isn't it?
Burnt linseed oil, yeah. 25% methylated spirits, 25% white vinegar, and 25% white spirits.
Right, okay. And then you
So this has been made up, but it settles, and that's what happens when it settles.
Give it a good old
Give
shake.
it a good old shake before I do stand back to this a bit comes up.
God.
So that's what happens when you shake it all up.
So I wasn't listening when you were talking. So what's this jollop for?
So this is the jollop that will clean up general woodwork, and if you have an old chest of drawers, mahogany chest of drawers, and it's really, really manky, you know, it's a wonderful way of removing the dirt, and it sort of nourishes the wood, cleans it, and it just makes the wood look fantastic. Now you can't drink that, Pads. He does like a demonstration though, this dog, doesn't he? He does love to watch. So these are on the back legs.
It's all a bit dirty and grubby. Give it a good.
I'm going to move your coffee, Ginge, because it's going to spill.
Oh, that comes up nice.
Yeah.
See the difference.
And it cleans, gets into the grain, cleans the wood, nourishes it.
Smells nice. Smells like a French polishing workshop.
And then
Looks better already, doesn't it?
It's really nice.
It ends up making the wood look as if it's been sort of nourished.
Plied with wire wool, yes, Daniel.
Yeah, that's just fine.
And then you can
fine wire
see
wool.
all the dirt that's come out of that leg.
Yeah.
And it just cleans it up really nice, and it gives it a bit of a sheen as well.
Tracy Allen saying, oh, we are definitely going to make some jollop.
Yes, it's good stuff, this jollop. So the task today will be to clean up the frame on this chair. And it will be finished, and I will be able to have it as my shop chair. And it was funny with this chair because I was sitting in this chair at the auction house and actually felt how comfortable it was and was watching all the lots go through. And then I suddenly realised that the lot that was showing on the screen was this chair that I was sitting in. And I think Philip, the auctioneer, actually commented, said it's being modelled by Fifi. And I suddenly thought to myself, this is a really comfortable chair, I'm having this. And so I put my paddle up and bid on it a few times, and I got it. And I think I paid £35 for it. And I love the shape.
So Daniel's saying, I'm sure the recipe will be on a short of Fifi's at a later date. And then was burnt linseed oil, meths, and white vinegar.
White vinegar and white spirit.
Yeah.
25% of each.
Great.
So that leg
we'll
looks
in the
so
details.
much better. Obviously, we're looking into the shadow here, but we will put up a sort of a reel when it's all done. But if you just want to come around the front a minute, Ginge, and I'll just explain what we've done. I will also put up the before photograph. So if you bear in mind that this was a really deep sort of salmony coloured peach fabric, which I just did not like. So Sophie applied the first coat, which was quite a labour of love to get the first coat on. But the way you do it is you spray your fabric first, just to make the paint go on a little bit more smoothly and more easily.
Spray it with what?
Water. So I just used a little spray water pistol gun, one of these. Spray it on all over. And then did it in a section at a time. Paint the first coat on. I've used the Lazy range because it has wax already in it. But I would normally use Lazy range or the original range. I wouldn't use the al fresco particularly. So you put your first coat of paint on and let it dry. God, I've got a frog in my throat. And then when that's dried, you use a wax brush, which I have here, and some clear wax with Frenchic clear wax, which smells delicious. And you literally put it in. I hold it like a stabber, and you really, really, really work the wax in over the first coat. And when that's dry, you paint another coat of paint on, and then another coat of wax, and then another coat of paint, and finally the last coat of wax. So all that has been done, and it's now covered beautifully, and it's this lovely, delicious sort of soft white colour, which is the wedding cake from the Lazy range. And then we'll peel off the masking tape, which you're going to start in a minute, and then Nick's going to do the jollop on all the woodwork, and that's going to look really lovely. Now, will it crack? Yes, it probably will. So let me show you one that I made a long time ago, about 4 years ago, in fact. This was to show how you can turn the most boring dining chair in the world, brown wood, brown velour. And I've painted it using Mother Duck from the original range. And I've done exactly the same process. I've just done it half and half to really show the difference. And this is 4 years worth of wear. And you can see how the fabric is cracked, but it doesn't come off on your clothes. It's really hard wearing, and it feels like leather. And just to jazz this one up a little bit more, I did a stencil on it using some of the gold Frenchic powder mixed with finishing coat, and I did half of the little crown up on the top here. So this chair, the white chair I've just painted, will most probably end up with a texture on it that looks something like that. But it's the most comfortable chair, and it doesn't come off on your clothes, and it's an awful lot cheaper than having a chair reupholstered. I've used almost 2 tins, 2 750ml tins of the wedding cake, and I've used 1 tin of clear wax, but worth doing. And it's quite hard work just getting the paint in.
Yes, it does.
But I think it's worth it, and I'm quite looking forward to being able to sit in this. I love this chair because it's got a nice high back and it supports your shoulders. And when you're doing hundreds of bloody hashtags a day, when you're posting things,
he loves her social media.
Oh, he so does. He so does. It's just nice to be able to sit in a comfortable chair and just go, ah. So that's the plan for the chair. So, are you happy to carry on doing that and keeping an eye on comments? And if you need us to
seeing it in
you
person,
can.
looks
Nick
great.
can do.
Simon's saying.
What does Simon say?
He's looking forward to seeing it in person. It looks great.
Yes, well, Simon, as you haven't been down for about 3 weeks now, we do need to see you. So come down soon. So we'll have a quick gallop round indoors, as it were.
Just quickly going back to the jollop.
Yes.
It's boiled linseed.
Yes.
Not burnt.
Boiled. I thought it didn't sound quite right. Yes, boiled. You're right. So we will put that in the recipe when we do the whole thing on the chair. I thought I'd just quickly show you these. Let's just move Paddy's bed slightly. I put these on yesterday. I have a little pair of these. They're not matching, and they're on for 55 for the one that doesn't have any damage to the cane seat, and 35 for the one that does. But they are just so pretty with the ebonized wood and the inlaid mother of pearl. And these are really pretty side chairs, look great in a bedroom. And actually the one that's damaged, I wouldn't worry about that at all. I would just simply put a teddy on it and have it on the corner of my landing or in the corner of the bedroom. So really, really pretty. I don't know whether anybody saw the spider that we put on last week. Big old spider, bit of fun. For people that don't like spiders, look away now. That's on for $16.95, and I thought with Halloween coming up, that might be a bit of fun. What is it, Pads? What is it? What are you looking for? Where's Monkey? Let's find Monkey for you. There's Monkey. So I don't know that there's anything especially different up in this room. I haven't put on all the bits yet. I have worked really hard this week trying to label things, give them stock numbers, and generally sort it out. But that has been a slow process.
Riding in the Halloween window display. Yeah, on the spider.
Yeah, let me show people in real life the little this little book. When I was down in Lille at the flea fair in France, I spotted this lovely old boy with his old stall outside his house, $32.95, and it's the dear little photograph album actually. But I think if it was mine, I would probably just have it on the coffee table, and I would keep sweeties in that, or gems, or something of interest, because people are always going to, yeah, or your little pistol. People are always going to be picking it up to have a look at it, because it's a really lovely, touchy, old feely thing. And then this I also got in Lille, this
Tracy
plate.
Loves it.
Thank you, Tracy. Yes, you saw it yesterday, didn't you? And I thought you liked it then. So this is $19.95. This plate is one that you can actually hang up on the wall, but I love the gold embossed work, and of course it's got a a crest of arms. Is that right? Crest of arms? Coat of arms. And I just thought that was absolutely beautiful. So that one went on yesterday as well. We've got the horse here. I think it's more like a mule actually, but you could put a nightlight on the top of that or one of these little chunky candles. And I thought that was rather cute. We've got the self-supporting, what do you call these? It's a Victorian fire screen, that's been decoupaged. I haven't put that one on yet or priced it, but we will do soon. We have this, which I bought back from France as well, a very sweet old cherub-topped photograph frame. That's on for £19.95. This I bought back from France as well. Bit more modern, but I just liked it, and I put a napkin in with some tiger skin just to make it look a little bit more interesting until such time as it sells. And then we have got the monkey candlestick. That looks great, by the way, with a black candle in it. Looks really super. And I thought it went rather nicely with these two absolutely gorgeous vintage Chinese pots, which look lovely with the orchid in it that Sophie bought me for my birthday. So quite a lot of the stuff that we have bought from an auction, which I think I bought last week and we mentioned it, has already gone. And a few things I've now sort of got in situ. I thought this clock was quite fun. That's on for £55. It's got the most gorgeous, slightly metallic sounding tick when you get up close. It's really lovely. We've got this sort of antique looking one, which is on £249.95. This I think is fantastic, this butcher's block. And if you have any doubts, this is on for £585. Check them out online. This is such a bargain. You buy your baskets and put your baskets in there if you wanted to. It's a really lovely chunk bunk sort of thing, and this lifts up so you can keep all your chopping knives, your choppers, etc. in there, and you could then take the top off easily to clean it. So both those sides lift up. So I think that is beautiful. Usual sorts of bits and pieces here. This is still a work in progress. I started to do some pencil lines for the outline of some branches and some birds and some flowers, and then decided that really that was perhaps more Sophie's domain than mine. This is new in. I haven't priced it up yet. It's been pat tested. This is a really lovely China-based lamp, very stylish, and it comes with the shade. So I will try and get that one on today. So if you like the look of the lamp, let's know. Went a bit parrot crazy. I do love a good parrot. Those floor lamps here with the foot on and off switch are on for £179.95. You might want to just switch around, Ginger, and show the picture of the spoonbill up there, which is just a really beautiful classic picture. That's obviously a print, but it's nicely framed, and I think that one's on for £165, and it's got all the pinks and greens in it, which just looks so good together. This little bow-fronted chest, this is Dutch. This is on for 110. Nice little old escutcheon plates and handles. These paint beautifully. I've got the exact same shape of chest of drawers in my little guest bedroom, and I painted it some years ago, and it just looks absolutely beautiful. And I did it in a very sort of French style with the different shades of paint coming through it, but overall it looks cream and it's so pretty. This I love. This never sells. It won't worry me at all. It's apparently called a loo table, L-O-O-E. Philip the auctioneer came down yesterday and had a look round, and he raved about this. This is a flip top one, so you can put it upright and it looks beautiful in the corner of a room, doesn't take up so much room. Lovely chunky pedestal base, and that's on for £499.95. And that's a one-off. I met the guy who painted it. Such a quiet, modest. I was raving about it. He was also, well, I suppose it's all right. He was just lovely, and I just fell in love with that. Usual sorts of bits and pieces. I must have a bit of a move around in here. That's a job for us to do, Nick. Have a good old move around of everything in here. Yeah. We've got this very sort of, it's got a word, cubic for want of a better word, horse, quite a primitive looking horse. We're going to take all this bit of flipsy stuff off here and do something better with that. but it's got a nice sort of smooth rocking action to it, and it's got a nice look, and of course it's not so far off the dreaded C word. This was nice. This came in. I put this on at the beginning of the week. This is a metal chalice, $26.95. Loved the sort of the little faces on the side, and you can just make out some figures in the metal. And that just
Paddy
needs.
likes it. Yeah, he does.
He just needs to have some lovely bunch of daffodils or something put in there.
Did you say they're sold?
Yeah, just have a look at those, because this was a find I got from Lille in France, and Philip, the auctioneer, again came in yesterday and said, yes, okay. He said they're not old, but he said they've got some age to them, and he said they are really stylish and really pretty, and they sold very, very quickly. I put them on Instagram and Facebook. They went the same day. They were $69.95 each, and they're just lovely. It's sort of etched aged glass in the back with the birds on them in a flat bird cage. So we've got to take these off the world and pack them today, because they'll be collected shortly. This was something else we got from the auction that sold straight away. That will be collected soon. And we've got the lovely old mannequin here, which I think is on for £110. So I'll have a quick look outside. This, by the way, is for sale. Everybody tends to think that things with things on it are just here for display, but this is for sale at £155. Absolutely love that little demi-lune table, really pretty. Are we all padded up? Yes. So let's go and have a little look outside. Is it coming off all right, Sophie?
Yeah, there's just a little bit in the corners.
Oh, we can use the little scissors and things after for that. Yeah. So we'll check back in a second. So, oh, it's so sunny, so lovely, 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 lovely. We have got the nice big lanterns here. These are contemporary lanterns. They're on for $44.95 each. Still got the bistro set, very good value. I think it's on for $185. Painted little corner unit here, which is very pretty. I didn't paint it, it came in like that, and I think it's lovely, and that's only on for $74.95. This was the beautiful table that Sophie painted. It was literally due to go in the skip. It was so wobbly. Nick repaired it. Sophie painted it. It's on for $64.95. That was her first ever attempt at stenciling, and it's absolutely perfect. Look at the little stencil underneath there as well. So it's a little side table that is just adorable. We've got the beautiful Victorian bird cage here for $58.95. We've got the mannequin here. Morning!
Morning!
That Sophie painted
so much.
and did her tattoos and things on. You are good. Thank you, my lovely, for doing that. And that's on for $94.95. This gorgeous, heavy wooden bowl. Paddy trying to get in a shopping basket. That's on for $94.95. And that's been beautifully repaired, and somehow those metal repairs add to its character. So that's really gorgeous. You can see that on a nice long refectory table. And
I gotta stay up here, otherwise I'll disconnect.
There's another. I'll just show you this. I'll pull it out and show you. $74.95. We've got this sort of semicircular demi-lune chest of drawers, pre-painted, very pretty. And that's on for $74.95 as well. So, just put that back. And we just need to sort of remind everybody that this weekend it's the Wootton Blues Festival. And so just about every venue, every doorway will be filled with musicians playing the blues, which is one of my favourites.
And your code is?
Our code this week to get 10% off anything in the shop except the paint and greetings cards will be blues 10. So that will entitle you to 10% off anything that's in the shop, apart from cards, apart from paint. And it's today, tomorrow and Sunday. And because there'll be a lot more people in Wotton, Nick's going to be here on Sunday from 11 till 3 running the show. So we will be open all weekend. And do come in and see us. Honestly, there's so much stuff in here that we haven't put on the system yet, but we will be working our way through it. It looks great when you take the yellow off, doesn't it? some tidying up to do, but I'll be sitting in that later on today. Yay! And once I sit in it, I might not get out of it. So
as usual, we'd like to ask you to like, comment, share. It all helps, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And yeah, thanks for being here, and thanks for supporting Fifi in shop.
yes, thanks everybody. Have a great weekend, especially if you come up to Wotton and do some blues.
Some blues.
I don't know what doing blues is, but we'll do some blues.
Take care.